Oh no, I've forgotten my password. That's okay because I can reset it. Let me show you how. First, go to the folder that your Postgres has been installed into. On Windows, this should be in Program Files, then PostgreSQL, then the number of your Postgres version, and then the data folder. On a Mac, the location will depend on whether you installed it with a package or with Homebrew. I used Homebrew, so my folder is in user, local, var, then Postgres 15 here. Look for a file called pg_hba.conf. We want to edit this file. First, we'll make a copy of this file, which will serve as a backup. So copy the file. On Mac, you can select duplicate. On Windows, you can copy and then paste. Now open the original pg_hba.conf file in a text editor, such as Notepad or Visual Studio Code. Scroll to the bottom. For each of these entries, you'll see the value of MD5 or SHA-256 or something similar. We're going to change all of them to say trusted. This will allow us to log into our Postgres database without a password. Then save the file. Next, we'll restart the Postgres database server, which will cause the changes to the configuration file to be picked up. On Windows, open the Services window, then scroll down to Postgres. Click on it and then select Restart. After a moment, it will be restarted. On macOS, I'll have to use the terminal to restart the service using Homebrew. I've added this command to the description. Back in pgadmin, we can expand the database on the left. It should be connected and it should not prompt us for a password. Let's set a new password for the Postgres account, which is the default account on the database. Click on the New Query tab button here. We're going to use the alter user command to set a new password. We type alter user, then Postgres, which is the user. Then we say with password, and then we add a new password inside single quotes. I'll enter the value of your password. Then we have a semicolon. Click Run to run the statement, which should be successful. Our password is now updated. We need to restore our configuration to what it was earlier so that Postgres will prompt us for the password when we log in. This is a similar process to what we did earlier. So right-click on the Postgres server on the left and select Disconnect. Then in the File Explorer, delete the pg_hba.conf file that we edited. We'll rename the copied file to pg_hba.conf, which essentially uses the original settings before we made the changes. Now we'll restart the server. If you're on Windows, it's the same process as earlier, using the Services window. On a Mac, we run the same commands as earlier. Now Postgres is started, we'll try connecting with our new password. Open pgadmin and then right-click on the server and select Connect Server. When you try to connect to the database, you'll be prompted for a password. Enter the password you used in the alter user command earlier. For me, this was your password. I'll select Save Password so I don't need to enter it every time. Click OK. Success! We have now logged into our Postgres database, and we can keep working on the database. Now that you're able to log into the Postgres database, you'll want to watch this video next to learn what else you can do in pgadmin, whether it's running basic queries or more advanced features. Thanks for watching.